This is power, this is truth, this is fire. We're the sport that'll light your empire. We're the grinders, the makers, the dream machine, chasing visions through the Web3 stream. Break the mold, let the fire ignite. We're building in public, no fear, no fright. Amid the rugs and the fakes we shine, gliding through space, coding in time. The fold is ours, yeah, we're claiming the game. Astrocast is rising, remember the name. It's the future we write, it's a world we design. The fold is calling and the stars will align. The fold is ours, we're breaking the chains, riding the storms, we're embracing the game. From the depths of Aquata to galaxies wide, the Astro Kids conquer, the fold's on the rise. Yo, solo explorers building the base, from an island of dreams to the vastest space, transforming the grind into indie gold. Bear the torch, we're breaking the old. This ain't just a game, it's a movement away from the sea to the stars. It's the future we pave, a limited run, but the fire's alive. Exclusive mid-watch, the legends arrive. Builders of the bear, we're taking it there. From nothing to something, to the cosmos we tear. Through the void, through the dark, we declare. Yo, step up, step in, feel the beat drop. Indie revolution, and we won't stop. From collectors to coders, we're setting the bar. Rising like rockets, we're aiming for stars. The fold is ours. We're breaking the chains, riding the storms, we're embracing the game. From the depths of Aquata to galaxies wide, the Astrocast conquer, the fold's on the rise. Yeah, we're carving the path, and it's burning bright. Indies, take note, this is your fight. The fold is calling and we're answering loud. Heads high, fists raised, we're making you proud. Yeah, we're carving a path, and it's burning bright. Indies, take note, this is your fight. The fold is calling, and we're answering loud. Heads high, fist raised, we're making you proud.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Astrocast, only on X.
GMLX.
GMBK, how's it going? Great to see you as
Doing
always.
great.
Yeah, I'll be back. Welcome to the chat. Thanks, guys. All right, great to have you here with us. As always, let's do a little recap from the last episode. So, last episode, we're talking with Simon Molinar from Solana ID. We were talking about the decentralized identity's transformative potential and also reaffirming the commitment to build on Solana with Solana ID. Go check it out, it's still available. And of course, as well, we had a giveaway. And we have two winners for the giveaway. Totally a client at that client guy and OX right at 0x right, I should say, underscore. These are the two winners of the giveaway. You guys won a whitelist. We'll be contacting you to give you that. And congratulations. Thanks so much for joining and for participating. As well. So if you're new to the stream, this is the world. And what is the world? So the world's vision and mission is to build immersive games, comics, and digital experiences that shape the future of indie creativity on Solana. We are building as a community, and we are delivering and inspiring indies, showing a path to these small studios how they can bring their vision to reality with the power of Web3. Uh, our flagship project that we have would be the real time strategy game Islands of Aquatica. This is the start of a trilogy where we will explore the aquatic expanse in the role of Astro Kids, which will be our first NFT collection of in game characters as well as PFPs, and that you can design yourself by holding our identity and community pass the Astro profile. That will be coming soon to our website as well. You can win that whitelist on giveaways and events like this giveaway that we have again today. So stay tuned about the giveaway. We'll be talking about that a bit later on. So, quick intro to our founder and friend, BK. He is generalist in game design, in development, a developer, and the CEO of World, member of Super Team India, and he has participated in Solana Hacker Houses, and if he judged NASA robot developing
Oh
contest, he
wow.
can tell us about it if he wants. But that's pretty cool. Not everyone gets to say that. He
I was surprised. I did not know that you're going to tell this here.
yeah, I dig up all the good stuff. and and yeah, we'll have our special guest today. Is everyone knows him? He's a legend. He's Grip. Grip. He's the CEO of Bobos of War. We'll bring him on stage right now. And yeah, let's hear from you, Grip. Tell us everything. Tell us a bit about you, about the project, and your partnership here with World. We love to hear it. Thanks for joining.
Hell yeah. Thanks for having me out, guys. GM. I hope everyone's having
Yeah.
a fantastic start to their 2025 new year.
Hell yeah.
Um, yeah, I'll just get into it. So,
Good.
BK and I had originally met um, during the previous team's. I don't even know necessarily what to call it. I started out as a community member within Bobos of War, and
Mm-hmm.
I was brought on to write lore. It led to kind of more of an advisory position. Um, Things didn't really pan out too well. I had stepped up for project management at one point, and it just wasn't working out. That was kind of when I started to connect with BK as we were our initial plan had been a first person shooter game mode using our Bobo assets as characters, and there was an entire metaverse built around it. Um,
Yeah.
like I said, things didn't really pan out, but it led to a long story short, a community revival where some of us top community members were spearheading a takeover because we love the IP. A lot of us have a background in gaming. That's what brought us there. So it kind of naturally, it just made a lot of sense.
Yep.
That's great. That's awesome. Yeah, Bubbles of War, you guys got to check it out. There'll be all the links here in the description, the stream. We've been sharing their stuff as well. Definitely check it out. It's really worthwhile. They're really cute. If not anything else, they're really cute. They're really cool. I really
They're
like them.
adorable. That's why we
Yeah,
didn't want
they.
to let it die. We love the IP, like as characters
Mhm.
go, because a lot of us we love gaming. We were drawn to Bobos because they were these characters, these little characters who were going to be able to run around in a metaverse, and many of us we fell in love with that idea. It was very difficult to think about abandoning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Cuteness is key. We see that in other IPs, and Bobos is bringing that cuteness. I really like it. So yeah, so let's go into the meat of things here with our special expert questions from BK to
Yeah.
Grip.
Actually, I'm really happy to have Grip here. He is one of the oldest friends for me. Like I since I joined here, so I would actually give a shout out to Bobos. Right, I was never planning to start World or build my own thing. until I met people from Bobos. So I started working on Bobos, and I was engaging with community really well. They are resonating with our thoughts, and they were giving feedbacks, and we were building games. It was like very fun community to work with, and that's what literally made me passionate to okay, let me not do anything else. Let me do this. Build these cool games with the Bobos community. And then things happened, as Grip said, but we never lost our touch, and there are still so many friends who are very close to me, and we still are in touch. We talk once in a while. We hop on, brainstorm our ideas, and I have seen some of the coolest gamers in the space from Bobos. So in back in 2022, whenever there is something related to gaming, that's always Bobo is the home. We had very good gamers, and they used to play Rocket League tournaments. That was like so fun to watch. And yeah, as a game developer, I enjoyed building games for the people who actually love to play. So that was a spark. And so by seeing the community that is really strong, I really thought, okay, this is my time to double down and build something that is meaningful and bigger than life type of thing. That's how world started. And I would say Bobos is one of the greatest contributors, and friends like Grip are one of the reasons why we are standing strong apart from the community, the team that is there, us together. So cheers for that. Thank you.
Dude. And we're honored to be a part of your journey. We're definitely honored. It's been great connecting with you, getting to know you a lot more. Um, Dude, you definitely have great plans, and you have a great mentality about going about in this space. Like you're definitely here for the right reasons, and we need more founders like that. So we're definitely honored to have a special place in your heart, because you definitely have a special place in ours.
100%, bro. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, let's deep dive into some questions, bro. With that being said, it's really a great day for us. After the new year, let's begin this. So, what was your motivation to actually get into Web3 gaming? I know you are a pro gamer. You have been working. I remember you playing continuously 3 days once you went after its launch. You are completely into gaming. You breathe gaming, just like Alex. You guys are on top of it all the time. So, what was your motivation? What was your triggering point that okay, Web3 gaming is gonna be the main part? Hi, client.
Yo, client. My main inspiration, a little bit on my own journey in NFTs and just Web3 technology in general. I had
Mm,
kind of been introduced to the art side of things, because I do love gaming. You're definitely right. For years, I was grinding to um, get to the top levels in Rocket League, a game that really caught my attention, really struck a chord within me. But I've always been a creative musician. I used to dabble in creating my own art, so I got to art NFTs,
mm,
and it was on Ethereum. It was I don't know, it was definitely a very cool journey, but there always felt to be something a little bit missing and lacking. And I came across some platforms that were starting to get into using their assets for games that they were creating. And
mm,
it kind of opened my eyes to, wow, wait a minute here. And I mean, a prime example of even why it became so viable is because even Rocket League, they had this trading atmosphere where these assets that you had almost like an RNG around some of these crates that you would get. You would get cool items. People could trade these items back and forth, and there was just this rich and live market surrounding it. But
wow.
obviously, it's controlled by Psionics. At some point, Psionics stopped it completely. Um,
Mm,
but that experience really stuck with a lot of us. It's one of the most positive experiences. And then as I came across these NFT projects that were starting to use their assets for actual, almost like membership and like characters within their games, it kind of blew my mind. And g- going down the rabbit hole, learning a lot more about Web3 tech and learning about the use cases. And, we're still, it's a very common thing for people to say we're early. And I mean,
yeah.
I still feel that. It feels like, time flies in crypto. It feels like we've been here for a while, right? We're definitely veterans at this point, but still can't stress enough how early we are because these use cases haven't been pushed to their extent yet. We're going to continue to find new ways for these to be viable and new ways to implement these web3 tech, blockchain technology, tokenized assets into our experience. And the biggest thing for me when it comes to web3 gaming is having full ownership, full custody of your assets in a manner that if it is set up, if contracts are even renounced, those are things that will always exist. And
Right.
in some ways, like even Bobos, Bobos started out owned by a different team with a different game plan. Us stepping up to take it over, we're able to take this NFT, this tokenized collection, and we're able to change it up entirely how we would like to. We can create this new vision. It's something that doesn't have to die. There are so
Yeah.
many game titles people spend hundreds to thousands of dollars, and then the next year another title comes out.
Right.
Another
Right.
title comes out, you've got to restart. All those assets are gone.
Hmm.
They were in the previous game. You could go back and play, but the player base hops on to the new game, the new trend. And so it just becomes kind of lost in the shuffle. And I'm really looking forward to a future in Web3 where, it's just accessibility and using these assets in a way that you have full custody and you can do what you want with them. I don't know. It's very motivating for me. I see I see a big future for it.
Yeah. And this is also like, the best part with this one is, you also get to carry on your assets to multiple game modes as well. Let's say for example, in world itself we have Islands of Aquatica, and then we'll be having an RPG game mode. So before that we want to give a quick release, so we are planning something to release very fast, like, maybe within the next 1 month, a period of time. We have been working very deep into this, and the design team and the game development team, they have been doing great job creating all the assets, and pretty excited. So now, what advantage we got with this tech is we were able to implement some game mechanics in this particular game mode, which would which would then be further, basically, like, or you could use the same assets that you have gathered, or same things you have crafted in some other game mode, which is going to come down the line, right? So when we are launching Islands of Aquatica, then the assets that is created in this game which you own will be carried forward to that game, and that's much more fun experience. You get to explore things, but already with the reserves you carry from your past game or the game mode, right? That is very exciting for me as well. So yeah, I think we are seeing that tech in life, and that's going to take us to a lot of places. And as you said, we are still very early for that. To be honest, yes.
Yeah, and I mean that's a brilliant way to go about it. I think of games like GTA, which to be honest, they
Hmm.
do a really good job. They've consistently kept the same game title. Many people try to hint at like, oh, GTA 6 is going to come out, but GTA 5 has existed and they continue to expand on it. And I
Yeah.
always just think like if that had legitimate financial systems attached to it, the kind of security that blockchain could provide, I it also leads me to think about movies like Ready Player One, where
Yeah,
it's like an
exactly.
advanced, yeah, like that's to be honest, that's a plausible future
Right.
is literally having this virtual world where it almost becomes a little bit more real than your in real life situation. Just the
Yeah,
friends and the connections that you make through doing it and the possibilities that are interlaced throughout. It's I don't know, it's
exactly.
exciting. It's definitely cool.
Exactly. That I 100% agree with that. Like, even I was a very introvert person when I started. I never used to talk with someone. I used to always sit at a place, code, have fun in my own space. But games are one of the reasons why I started connecting with people, talking to them. We used to just play the game just to get in touch with them, say hi, how are you doing today? And we play for some time, and then we close it down, get back to our work. So that has been my journey for like 5 to 6 years. Like, before I actually started building, like, now that we don't have that much of freedom, or like, time to play the games, unfortunately. But whenever I get a chance, I just hop on a PS, or open up my computer, try out something. But yeah, socials are very, very important. I'm very sure that this Web3 ecosystem, Web3 games that are evolving, communication between the players and connectivity between the players plays a major role for sure, and the ability to carry the brand throughout the process. So even the Astrokits, right? We are basically launching an LSD-based collection right now, and that collection right now is just 3,000 NFTs. There is nothing much, but because of the tech we are using, we are able to carry forward the assets. We are able to carry forward the legacy of Astrokits throughout multiple channels, right? We are able to use that in multiple type of game modes. We are using that in comics. We are using that in our storytelling, and we who knows, we might even go for a manga down the line after like 2 years or something. And imagine at that moment, the one what we launched now as a small collection, it will be highly valuable, and that is the essence of this one, right? Even Bobos of Work, it's just revived, and the community core, but people who purchased that IP in 2021 when it's launched, they still reap the benefits of this because that's unique piece, and that's the legacy that is stored in the history of Web3. So that's completely different from storing the data in a database, right? So this is something much more valuable and much more tangible, I would say, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
Yes. So diving to the next one, I've been hearing a lot of news. Recently, you also made roadmap of Boobas of War live, and you have been working on really cool things. The UFN maps, I really loved. This is something I would like to share. Like, if you are a very good a gamer, then you could be a very good game designer. This is what something I learned from Grip. He plays so many games, and he thinks very well when it comes to game design. He just designed this the levels of Vovos. Like, there are multiple maps that are in lineup. They were designed brilliantly well, and yeah. What is your experience like, and why did you chose the path of UFN, and what is running in your mind for esports? I've been hearing a lot of rumors, and we have also brainstormed on a lot of things. So, what are your thoughts on esports in Web3 and how that's gonna take forward?
Heck yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. Our journey with UEFN has been pretty fun. And for people who don't know, that's Unreal Editor for Fortnite. They built a uh, simplified software product where you can. It's basically just Unreal Editor, but it's
Mhm.
streamlined for Fortnite assets. So you have access to a lot of their assets. You can kind of build the game environments that you would like to. Um, it's definitely I don't know. It's really cool. Um, but yeah, I mean, the experience with playing games after a while, you kind of realize what is keeping people there.
Yeah,
Even being able
yeah,
to assess like, why do I like this? Like, why am I
right.
continuing to play this? Like, what are the things that really stand out? And that's kind of been part of my inspiration behind
Mm,
even building them, is like, what would other people like to play? Um, and UEFN
mm,
is kind of our way to step aside and remove the Web3 side of things, which to the average person can kind of feel a little polarizing.
mm,
And
mm.
so it's a way for us to kind of take our brand, and we're able to kind of speak to and even attract Web2 users into just kind of like niche game modes and things that we have control over, that we can
Right.
just change up how we would like, and kind of create this revolving door where we're allowing people to view our maps,
Mm,
and then from there, even viewing our maps, that can lead us to some of the larger goals that we have. um, and then we love the concept of esports in Web3. Um, it's just
mm.
it's just a natural progression. Many orgs are pretty resistant because they don't understand it,
Yeah,
but it's kind of on people like us who want to work in the industry to continue to push the use cases and continue to make that user experience easy for people to get involved. There's
yeah,
definitely a very near future where people are operating using Web3 tech and they don't even really know that they are, because you can
exactly.
you can make it very seamless. And BK knows this. He's got a really good mind. His account creation already is thinking in that manner, is creating an environment where the user experience just outweighs the cons of getting involved. It's very
Yeah,
simple to be able to do so without having to worry too much. And tournament hosting. There's definitely there's a lot of value in creating content and growing a following around just gaming centered things, especially when it comes to Web3. There's definitely a need for it. There's a lot of humble, good platforms that continue to look for ways to kind of get out there. So, I mean, when it comes to even sponsorship, there are a plethora of platforms that would make good sponsors that would like to partner and pair with something like that. So even UEFN, a little long-winded, but going through UEFN, one of our goals was to be able to create game modes that we can control the tournament environment. We're able to actually make custom modes that people would like to play, that you could create more of a competitive atmosphere. And so
Right.
that's kind of been our biggest inspiration, is combining that Web 2 to Web 3. Like, we as Web3 companies, we don't have to always use crypto tech, and sometimes it's a good idea to merge the two, do things on both sides.
Right, right. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, right? I think that would be a very good entry point for the user. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
it's
hope
still
so.
the era a lot of the 2.5 web 2.5 where we're going back and forth between both platforms and using the best of both,
Yeah.
which is a good thing. Of course, in the
Very.
future, Web3 will be dominating, but for now, still a
Yeah.
good transition.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think this is a very good phase we are in, right? Like, people are, like, Web3 is in its early stage. Why I'm so strong about this is, to build practical applications, we need to bring the costs low. So, if current technology is costing us X, it should be less than X, right? So, but Web3 right now is expensive, on the expensive side. So the user behavior changes, the purchase pattern changes. They don't like to spend, on every transaction. So I think this is a good blend to take. Okay, the database reading and writing is taking too much cost. Okay, let us use databases for now, and or like, or let's run the servers there, so that our game logic and everything is running on the servers, but data is available in public, and it is connected and stored in their wallets. So that's a combination of Web 2 and Web 3, right? So I think there is nothing wrong with that, and we should actually uh, push more of these, because that's what brings in the adoption. Right, once you set the barrier to entry very high, it becomes really tough for someone to come try the game and, like, give a right feedback, because they are playing a differently complete ball game altogether. So it's always good to have this growth in phases, and slowly pivot to complete Web 3 as we progress. That's the thought process for me also. Like, when designing world architecture, that always runs in my mind. Okay, let's keep it this way, so that we make it easier for the audience to, like, get started, and know more about Web 3, and then go all in after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the objective a lot of people talk about is Web3 is a technology that people don't even need to know that it's there. The
Yeah.
gamers don't even need to know anything about Web3 or wallets or anything like that. They just go into the game, create their account, sign in, and play, and have
Have
everything
fun. Yeah.
available to them without even knowing the technology behind it. I think that's the objective that everyone
Yeah.
should strive for, because it's the same. It's the same like Web3. I don't think is necessarily a marketing point that you want to use. It's the same as saying, "Oh, we have a new game where you can pay with credit card." Like, who cares? It's the technology behind it. It's there. It's available.
That's
You
a
don't
good one.
need to. Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
you're definitely right.
technology. It's
Sure.
there. It's available. You don't need to use it as a marketing and be focused on it. Um, Remove those labels and make it much more available for everyone. And that's where a lot of the work that BK has been doing as well with the custodial accounts, and people can just join in and be able to have an account automatically that are is controlled from the back end, right? And they don't even know, but all the technology behind is Web3, and I think this is where we should strive to be, because this will just make it much simpler and much less create much less barriers to entry of the people that are just surprised. Yeah, I don't know how that works, and I don't want to get involved because all I heard was this and that. And no, we need to step away from it and just use it as a technology and not as a marketing tool, I think is my point.
Right, right,
Definitely.
right,
That's
right.
that's a solid point. Reducing that user friction, especially for gamers. A lot of gamers, that's their release. It's something that they do for fun. When it comes to whether or not they'll even get involved or get into it, half the time they may need to see something a few times before they're like, okay, yeah, I'll do that. And if the user friction is too high, if it's too hard to get in there, you're opening up your account and all of a sudden you have to create this account and then do this and do that. And half the time people are like, nah, I'm gonna go back to Call of Duty or, or whatever
Yeah.
else main title, where they don't have to think. They can just log on and boom, queue up,
Right,
run a
right.
quick match.
Yeah, good that actually, these days the tech has been improved, really good. And even Solana Labs, the technological wing of Solana itself, they came up with this concept called Game Shift, and they have also created non-custodial email based wallet. So basically they don't also have the custody, but you can still use the email ID and password to create the account. So even I had a chat with them recently, and yeah, most likely we will also partner with them. That would actually reduce our burdens of, maintaining the custody of wallets. Instead, like, users will have complete non-custodial solutions as well. And the ecosystem is right now very small. It's great to work with other companies who are working in the same domain, work together, and, make the developments much more faster and available for the users. So yeah, it definitely makes a lot of sense, and I'm clearly seeing that we are heading in that direction. Even Magic Blocks, they did a tremendous job of running completely on-chain games. Yeah, Solana is doing very good with respect to the tech part. So now it's time to make some noise and let this known to the people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
I
phase we are in
I
right.
I hope for something as simple as log in with your Google account and
Yeah,
instantly that gives you, like I said, like a non-custodial. You have everything in the
yeah,
background and you're running. Because a lot of people, especially like in mobile gaming, I think they're so used to that right
yeah.
now. Like every game you go and play on your Android, you log in with your Google account. You don't even think. You search for that because you're just so used to it, and it's really so simple. And if you can
Right.
bring that, something like that, to our games, but have at the same time that simplicity and all the Web3 power behind, I think will
Yeah.
revolutionize. People won't even know what's happening behind. They're just enjoying the power that it brings and
Right.
the
Right.
versatility that it brings. Then you have in game, you have the markets, you have everything that you could do outside, trading, checking the stats and everything you could do in game. You would have. You would bring the all that power of Web3 to the game, and people wouldn't even have to go anywhere to any other website or any other partner. I think this is the ideal situation that I think we should work for, and just make it streamlined, as simple as a couple of taps. People don't mind that. People prefer
Yeah.
that, even if they don't have to control. They don't have to know what's going on. They don't mind going into a game and logging in with their Google account. They're used to it and they just go
Right.
and
Right.
play.
Right. Yeah.
So people want that. People don't mind that. So I think we should bring that
I,
simplicity.
I think soon that would be possible. The issue right now is basically, having marketplaces inside a game is basically not that regulated as per the government rules in many of the countries. So, which is one big blocker. And the second blocker is we are still under the control of two major play stores or three major play stores. So they define their license terms, and in those terms they mention that you're not supposed to do these, or you're not supposed to add these integrations of blockchain within the game and publish it in their portal. So that's the monopoly we are fighting, right? So this is again another example of like how early we are, because there is a big after we figure out the smoothest integrations, how to take it to public the right way, how to ensure that everything is legal and being regulated so that no one is at risk. So all these also plays into a very important role. I think the next this decade is going to be very interesting when it comes to the gaming and Web3 landscape, with all these things coming around. And as the industry grows and good projects come out, if the esports takes off the way grip things, and I think, and we all have shared these thoughts multiple times. So if it takes off that way, or if our games get the majority of the users, if you're having 100,000 daily active users playing your game, that is when actually people will take it seriously to take the next step on making it okay. Okay, let's regulate this stuff. Let's ensure that okay, everyone is safe. Let's bring some policies, so it'll impact on a bigger and much wider level also. So I think, yeah, we are going in the right direction, with right builders doing all the grind, for a few more years. I think we'll be on the right track of achieving the absolute seamless UX, and also completely upgraded technology where no one finds what Web3 elements we are using or something like that. But yeah, we'll get there for sure.
For
What if
sure.
we don't? Yeah.
Hmm.
Expanding the tech, reducing that friction.
Hmm.
And I mean, I even like the non-custodial accounts, because you're also adding even another layer of security,
Yeah, exactly right.
which,
Hmm.
because some people, they're intimidated by Web3 tech because of the full custody, because they're
Right.
afraid of like, okay, well, if I make a wrong move, I may lose my assets, you
Hmm.
know, and having something that, recovery, like Alex was talking about, having your Google account,
Right.
if there's a way that you've been compromised, you're going to have a lot more recourse in being able to, you know, like secure those assets and make sure that your account maintains its security.
Right. Right. Yeah, 100%. That definitely adds one more layer for sure. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Also, a
And
lot of people, something that we're seeing in some games is a possibility of registering. Uh, so you need to, to prevent hackers and to prevent the people from abusing the system, you can have them register their assets in order to be able to use them in sort of a staking. And this makes people much more responsible, because if they're caught hacking or abusing in any way, their
yeah.
assets will be gone, because they have to be registered in order to be used. So
Right.
this staking is another soft control that is only possible, I think, with Web3, and allows us to control and moderate a lot of criminal activities that can occur. In So it's another good possibility to have inside games.
Yeah, that's a good thing, right? Imagine even with the NFTs, there are like so many DAO proposals. I'm sure Grip also want to talk a bit about DAO structures that he's planning as well, because yeah, he loves a very good running DAOs. So I think there could be a potential use as well, when there are some policies you want to draft inside the game, and when you want to create some strict content policies, or if you want to report the users that are trying to outplay the game and use the bots to basically like farm things and stuff. So people can basically vote and do something with that profile. So it's just an idea, it could be a thing, right? So if a person is having multiple bad reputation marks, reputation votes from other community members inside who's playing the game, then that profile would be automatically demoted a level, or flagged or reported, so that there is always room for better vibes and better gameplay experience as well. So yeah, that definitely could bring a thing. And yeah, Grip, any thoughts on this before we dive into the next one? If
I do love a good DAO structure. Definitely. No, I do. That's another part of the implications of having these tokenized assets, linked with security and linked to reputation, is that
Right.
there's a little bit more permanence in that, right?
Hmm.
You want to seek out highly reputable services and people that use those services, and just having more of a voice
Yeah.
within your community too,
Yeah, we like.
just because it's literally a system that, a lot of the healthy DAOs that I've seen, it's a weighted DAO structure where what you've put in actually contributes to your voice. It
Hmm.
contributes to your persona and your reputation. And
Right.
there's more there's definitely more of a attachment that people have to it, and it becomes a little bit more serious. It's not something we're not gonna graduate and move on to. Let's take for example like Bobos. As we have this
Hmm.
collection, we're gonna do
Hmm.
what we can with our assets, pushing the tech forward. We're not gonna go, okay, well, let's go Bobos 2.0.
Hmm.
Let's scrap everything, and now you have to sign up for our new microtransactions.
Right.
Like it's not it's
Exactly.
yeah. But anyways, I went off on a little bit of a tangent, but it's DAO
Hmm.
structure makes a lot of sense, and people want to know that their voice is heard.
Yeah, yeah, 100%,
Mhm.
100%. Yes.
And it's almost
And
like a more diverse group of like board members. Even
yeah.
like as a company, if you structure it properly, you bolster your DAO, you make sure that they feel that support and they know that their
Hmm.
voice is heard. People within almost help become those checks and balances for the DAO.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
you bring more people in that love that healthy DAO environment, and it supports itself. And
Yes.
if you do it right, it's a great place to be.
Yeah, yeah. All you need is good community members who love the project as much as you do, and they contribute towards the growth. Positive comments, negative comments, or like any oppositions, everything is good. That's what makes it a good DAO, right? Your opinion needs to be heard, and yeah, that's definitely important for the community who is supporting the project for sure.
Yeah, definitely. That bouncing of ideas back and forth and that checks and balances, it's kind of magical. It can definitely be a great thing for a company.
Right,
Mm.
right, right.
Yeah, it goes back onto the building with the community as well. You can select from this community there's so much variety of different people, different players, their styles, in from PvPers to the guild leaders to investors to all these people. You can get the best, the most invested ones, reward them with helping you build your game and making them a part of the community.
Yeah,
And you have the DAO structure to help make sure everything is fair and well set up, and make it really worthwhile for the company to focus on that feedback and really work on it, and really deliver from that feedback to the best product possible.
yeah, yeah.
So it's
But
listening to everyone, and just gonna help in the long run.
and that's the whole essence, right? The best part of these collections and whatever NFTs we are talking about, that is the best part. Like, people get into these communities by getting those NFTs and take part of it, see the whole vision of the product, and stay with them together, supporting and cheering. But unfortunately, for the NFTs, the speculation has been always the major issue, right? So someone buys it at 1 SOL or 2 SOL or 3 SOL, and then it goes suddenly to point 0.5 SOL or 0.25 SOL, and then people get scary. Okay, what's happening? We thought that this is not going to go so bad, but it went so bad, and that creates a lot of confusion, a lot of instability within the team, within the community, and eventually the project dies. That has been the whole thing. So bringing to let me bring to the topic of this LSD NFTs. That's what I got really, really, really excited. Like, when I found this out, like, you can back your NFTs with liquid staking tokens, which will which will be stayed in a contract, and the project only gets the yield. They don't get all the capital, and then also that founders can run away, or the team can like cheat on people, or take away that money. So that always gives you the sense of security on, like, betting on projects what you love, without having that thought, like, that you are risking a lot of money by supporting this project. So with that being said, that's what excites me the most. And we are proud to tell that Astrokids is one such collection that is backed by these LSTs. We have a very minimal fee during the mint, and after the mint, whatever other amount that is used for the minting will be backed by our World Soul, which is an LST which we are launching very very soon. It's already on mainnet but not public yet, so we are working on things. We are making the contacts live. So that's an alpha for this Astrocast. So you're going to have World Soul live very very soon, and that is the World Soul we'll be using for backing our collection, Astrocards. So yeah, Grip, we discussed about this. Like, you have seen the collection, you have played with it, you also saw a dashboard, experience that. Yeah, any thoughts on that you would like to share about the collection? What excites you the most to get your Astrocade? And by the way, Grip is a supporter from day one. He got pre-sales along with the Mad Lads community. He is one of our biggest supporter in terms of community as well. So yeah, I would love to hear thoughts from your side. Like, what made you get those pre-sales, and why should why this is exciting for you?
The art is pretty fantastic. The Astro Kids definitely make good characters. They are going to look very nice. And
Nice.
I mean, rug proof NFTs, baby, that is awesome as well. That's
Right.
just, those advancements in NFT tech, that's the type of stuff that I like to see. And,
Mm,
it definitely shows goodwill as well,
yeah.
steering yourself in that direction. And I mean, as far as even like the user experience that you guys have put together, the account management is, I would say, above and beyond what most NFT collections do.
Mm,
It's literally, it looks good, it feels good, very good user experience, and having an actual account, you're creating a username, you're kind of like, being able to have a external manager for your assets. And
right.
obviously with what you guys want to do with your game, it's a natural step, but I think when you guys actually showcase it and release it, people will realize like, wow, this is, it's a very intuitive design. It's put together well. I think it'll be received very well.
Oh, thank you so much for that. Actually, even the design team that worked on this put a lot of efforts. Like, I'm actually I'm going. They also have a like an NFT collection called Reposo Coffee, and he also has a design studio called Helium Studios. So I'm planning to bring him on the stage to share the experience as well, doing these designs, because even this art was designed keeping a lot of things in mind. Like, we wanted to have this art so that which is convertible to 3D. We want to bring those art into 3D characters also. It should be compatible with that, and it should be compatible with all the features we are giving in the game, like, the customizations of the gear on the body, and the colors and everything. And that customization is what we brought into the 2D collection as well. And yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with what we have as a collection. That's very good art, and I think it just makes the justice for what we are trying to build. And thanks for your kind
Yeah,
words for the collection. Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
absolutely.
I mean it. I'm definitely we're veterans in this space.
Yeah.
We've definitely seen plenty of the false hype and the fluff and the buzzwords and stuff like that. And I love a platform like the Worlds that cuts through that, and it is, it produces those key indicators that we want to be able to that we want to see. And
Right, right.
I'm very
100%.
excited for it, dude. What your vision coming to life, the team that you've been putting together, you can tell there's a lot of cohesion and there's a lot of passion there, and
Mm,
it's going to be exciting for the wider ecosystem to see that, because it is
yeah.
it's built by people that deserve to be doing what they're doing. It cuts
Yeah.
through. It's not about the fake hype and the fluff and those buzzwords. It's about
Yeah.
pushing the NFT tech forward, pushing our collectibles forward.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yes,
And
sir. Yes, sir. Okay, so we have here a question in the chat
mhm.
from client. So yes, I also got some pre-sales from the giveaway from a recent Astrocast. How does that work? BK. So
Yeah.
I'll take this one just because I think I answered in the chat, but it's kind of rugging. But yeah, we'll contact you to get your wallet. You can also join our Discord and open a ticket there, and BK can expand a bit more.
Yeah. So basically, we'll be giving a whitelist spot where your wallet will be given added to the whitelist because this is a LST mint, so there won't be any discount in pricing, mint pricing or something, because whatever you are putting is going back into backing the asset itself. So the price will be the same, but since the collection is limited to only 3,000 pieces, and we are going to talk and collaborate with a lot more communities and lot more partners, so we will give a heads up. Minting privileges to the pre-sale holders, and then after that we will give the chance to the whitelist holders, so that, like, you can go ahead and mint, and after that it will go public. So you got that access, like, to get access to mint earlier. And yeah, so you can just open the ticket in Discord server, and then you can drop your wallet address, and we'll add it to our database for the whitelist. And yeah, you should be able to get that access ahead. And I think even Right also has that. So maybe either we will ping you in our Discord, or you can just create a ticket. So anything works.
Excellent, excellent. So I think this is a great segue to talk about the new the giveaway as well. Another giveaway as always. So if you guys want to join this giveaway and get a whitelist for the Astro Kids Mint, remember to like, share, comment the word Astrocast with the hashtag Astrocast, and then at the world, so at our account, and at Bobos of War in this case. So again, like, retweet, comment, hashtag Astrocast, and at the world, and at Bobos of War, as you can see here on the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and participate in the giveaway. We had two winners last week, which were client and someone else I forgot now, but we'll be in
Right. It
contact
is.
to
It is
give you
correct.
your.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it, right? And we definitely will be getting your whitelist. And yeah, appreciate you guys joining. And of course, if you guys have more questions, drop it in the chat. We'll be checking. If not, we'll just keep talking.
Yes, sir. So I hope that is clear. And as we go forward, we will also for the selected winners, we are maintaining that record. And once we have your Twitter name, you'll also get an official DM from our Twitter official account, that, like, you are selected uh, as like, one of the preset winner, and then you can go ahead. And Dilly, thank you, Dilly, so much for writing that up. Like, retweet, comment, Astrocast, and tag World and Bobos of War. Do follow Bobos of War. They have a lot of things coming up, and keep your eyes open on World as well. We have a lot of things that's cooking, and can't wait to share, because this LST backed NFTs is our first step, and we want to make it a big success. And after that, we have a lot of tech tech implementations where we bring in this NFT tech in a very new way inside the gameplay. So a lot in our shelf, and can't wait to share it with you all. 2025 is going to be really big, with a lot of shipments and great milestones. Yeah. Any questions you have, Alex or Grip? We can just go through that, and then any questions, anyone from the viewers?
Yeah, yeah. If anyone is watching, you guys can drop your questions. We'll go through all of them. I know if you want to touch a bit on the comics and the drip as well,
Yeah,
the drip account, which is doing really well. We just hit 35,000
let's
followers on
go.
drip, and we've been having great leaderboards. A lot of people dropping, quite a number
Yeah,
of drops, and just increasing. I think each week, which is great to
yeah.
see. a lot of evolution there. People are excited to get those rewards. I know I am. I really like it. And yeah, tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, so Drip is going crazy. Like, even the artists of Drip, they are amazing people, and personally, I want to work with them very closely. So again, another alpha drop for the people. Like, we have been keeping our designs very very minimalistic because we want to create a creator economy around world games itself, right? So we have a spaceship. We have designed it in a very minimalistic way. What we want is basically we will open the designs to the artists, and they can basically draw their own art, create their own skins, and they can drop it on Drip. And if someone is holding that Drip collectible, then you get that texture and that skin on the game. So we want to really experiment in this segment. So yeah, pretty excited to do this one. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to them. And unfortunately, we are a bit slight delayed with this week's drop because a lot of things happening, and we are just prioritizing this. And today the drop will be out, and we have drips dropping every week. We are introducing our lore, we are introducing our resources, the game assets, everything to that, and people are loving it, and the leaderboards are going good. And we are gaining followers, almost like 1,000 followers every week, and that's been incredible progress for us consistently for the past few months after the launch. And yeah, follow us on Drip. Stay tuned, and we're going to drop a very 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 cool song next week, which you're going to have a taste now. It is our anthem, the anthem of world and the Astrocast and the team. It's our story for you all. Yeah, that's with the Drip. And if you are collecting, or make sure you collect all the drops. That's what I would say. Like, make sure you collect all your Drip drops. Follow there and don't miss them. Collect as many as you can. You won't regret it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's a great tip, and that will be important in the future. You guys will see. You won't, like BK said, you won't regret it. I think we're coming to the end.
Hmm.
We still have something really cool that we want to show,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
we are.
So in the last 3 minutes, maybe. Yeah, I think we can just
Ooh,
quickly
some
share.
alpha.
Yes, sir. You have some alpha. Let's go.
Ooh.
Yeah, I have
Share it
something
with us.
cool for sure. I think.
Oh, you
Yeah, I
you want
think
me to
now is a
share
good
some alpha?
time.
I was hoping for some World alpha.
No, I have been giving too much away, too much alpha away because it's been already two key things what we shared. And yeah, anything from Bobos you want to share before we wrap?
As a little bit of intertwined alpha, you can definitely look forward to witnessing the power of World's Arna protocol at some point in Q1. We are going to start up a tournament series using a fully on chain tournament hosting system designed by BK himself. It's
Let's
something
go,
that hasn't really
sir.
been talked about. It's been ready to go, but
Yeah,
we're obviously gonna make sure that it's right timing and give it our all. So that's gonna be one of the more formal partnerships between Bobos and the World. So you can
yeah.
look forward to that.
I think we can do a whole new Astrocast just based on our nights. So it's so crazy, and we have
Yeah.
worked on a lot. Like, I got to tell you, like, before we started Arna protocol, even the protocol was my brainchild, but the thought process and the work that have been put into by Breezy, a huge shout out to him. He nailed it. He loved his sport platform, and he designed a lot. And Grip is one of the biggest contributors of those, and they have been brainstorming on this for, I don't know, months, I guess. And then yeah, and then we thought, okay, let's also do a protocol, and then one tech base which everyone can use. Basically, anyone can host tournaments on this. And uh, Grip's excitement is what made me excited to actually get this thing alive and get it rolling. So all the backend is ready now. Everything is implemented on Metaplex core. Metaplex is one wonderful partner we have. We work with, we that is a solid standard we would like to watch on every time and work on that. But yeah, Griff, we're very excited. Like, I think Q1 is the right moment. We're gonna make our first tournament live, and Maybe we also get it started with Bonk, like we discussed earlier. Unfortunately, because of the licenses, we were unable to push it off. But it would have been great if we launched it in partnership.
We'll definitely get to it. It's gonna be
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. For sure.
All
And
right.
congratulations on your first map. It got published, and it's been a hustle, but but it's finally there. And congratulations on that. And very
Yeah,
excited
well,
to
thank you.
have your
We've
maps out
had
there.
Yeah.
over 100 or so players have hopped in to check it out so far.
Nice.
And that's without
Congrats.
really pushing any marketing, without
Hmm.
pushing it too much. We kind of released it. We'll have some public play testing, get some
Hmm.
people to start testing out the map. And obviously, we'll continue to update and have some tweaks. Right now, it's kind of like the winter update. So it's a spaceship prop hunt map. It's
Hmm.
decked out. There's snow and Christmas trees and presents all over. People can hide as presents, and it's definitely just like a fun mini game, just for fun mode. Just a good, I think, first step for Bobo Gaming HQ.
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot playing that. One of my favorite modes. I love to be prop and hide somewhere so that no one can catch me. You know, I love
It's really
it.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, VK is pretty
We've been on
good.
the test. Yeah, VK is good at it too. Yeah,
hmm
he definitely good at it. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to test it. I think we should have some more play sessions of it for sure.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, we should make some tournaments out of it as well somehow. I don't know.
100%, 100%.
Oh
We should
yeah.
definitely try. We can try the pop hunt, the ninja map, and also monoliths of aquatica. We could actually do it internally. Yeah. Snack hunt. Yes, really, let's do
Yeah,
this.
you can be a
Absolutely.
snack. You can be a
You
snack.
can be the snack and we all hunt you.
You can.
No,
I'm
no.
sure there are some snacks on our map. You can be a snack.
I'm going to play with Dilly. Let's go, Dilly. Let's do this.
There you go.
Winning team.
All right.
Amazing. So yeah, we just zoomed past this hour. It's been a great chat. I think we were at the tail end here.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, I think we have something that we wanted to show, like we said. I think we'll
Yep.
let it roll.
Let's go. Let's
Um,
go. I
and
hope you
we'll
all
catch.
enjoyed. We have something really, really special for
Yeah,
tonight. And yeah, uh, let us know.
I
See ya.
guess we'll say, yeah, we'll say goodbye for now, and
All
leave
right.
Yes.
you with this cool thing. I hope you enjoy. All right, see you guys soon.
See ya. Bye
Thank you for
bye.
joining.
Bye,
Bye for
guys.
now. Bye bye.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we rise from the void. Builders of the fall, make some noise. This is power, this is truth, this is fire. We're the spark that'll light your empire. We're the grinders, the makers, the dream machine. Chasing visions through the Web3 stream. Break the mold, let the fire ignite. We're building in public, no fear, no fright. Amid the rugs and the fakes we shine. Gliding through space, coding in time. The fold is ours, yeah, we're claiming the game. Astrocast is rising, remember the name. It's the future we write, it's a world we design. The fold is calling and the stars will align. The fold is ours, we're breaking the chains. Riding the storms, we're embracing the game. From the depths of Aquatica to galaxies wide. The Astral Kids conquer, the fold's on the rise. Yo, solo explorers building the base. From an island of dreams to the vastest space. Transforming the grind into indie gold. Bear the torch, we're breaking the old. This ain't just a game, it's a movement away. From the sea to the stars, it's the future we pave. A limited run, but the fire's alive. Exclusive mid-watch, the legends arrive. Builders of the bear, we're taking it there. From nothing to something to the cosmos we tear. Through the void, through the dark, we declare. Yo, step up, step in, feel the beat drop. Indie revolution, and we won't stop. From collectors to coders, we're setting the bar. Rising like rockets, we're aiming for stars. The vault is ours. We're breaking the chains, riding the storms. We're embracing the games. From the depths of a planet up to galaxies wide, the Astrocast conquer. The vault's on the rise. Yeah, we're carving the path, and it's burning bright. Indies, take note, this is your fight. The vault is